seriously though, like, look, it's not going great. It would be 2 losing seasons out of the last 3. Their last playoff win was the Super Bowl victory against the Rams. I mean, this is in the category of questions I can't believe I'm even asking, but like.
So why are you asking it?
Because I find it interesting.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I'm told to ask good questions, and I think this is. I mean, could someone else be coaching the Patriots next year?
No.
If you want to write off Aaron Rodgers and Bill Belichick, that's an island I will not join you on.
She actually moved farther away from this question.
We should start something called Ask Good Questions. That's a good question. That's a good question. Can I answer it?
You got it? You with me?
Yeah, I want to answer it. I'm with you on the question because it's
a fair question.
It's a fair question because the Patriots are not used to losing like this, right, over the last 2 decades. But here's the issue. Who is Robert Kraft going to go and get where he's not going to regret the decision of if he does decide to let go of Bill Belichick? So to answer your question, no, Bill Belichick doesn't go anywhere, partly because Kraft doesn't have a better option.
And what if Tim is right? What if Tim is right that Mac Jones is just a guy? Well, you know what I mean? What if the issue it's not the QB?
Then I think this is not the last time we have this conversation. I think that's what happens. What do you got, Nate?
Belichick.
I mean, I think it's probably less than 50% that it'll happen, but I don't think it's a crazy conversation to have. Because Bill Belichick, if you think about the dynamics of the situation, I think Bill Belichick feels like he's earned the right to do whatever he wants, which he has. And Robert Kraft owns the team. And if you're going to fail, which they have for the last several years, and then Robert Kraft could reasonably say, why don't you go make some new friends and hire some coaches that you didn't already know? And like modernize this offense or do some things that could give them some like confidence. I could understand Bill Belichick scoffing at that and saying, you know how many Super Bowls I won? Like I could imagine a scenario where both of these guys could kind of butt heads and both be like have reasonable positions and it could like end poorly. I think it's unlikely, but it's certainly possible.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you're going to tell me that with everything he's accomplished, we're talking about two bad seasons, and all of a sudden you're out. Like, I get it; it's a not-for-long league and all of that stuff, but the leash is way longer than that in New England for Belichick.
And I don't see Robert Kraft. I mean, it's a reasonable conversation. I don't see Robert Kraft having that conversation. Imagine that conversation he'd have with Bill Belichick. Like, hey, we lost his last couple years, and it's like Bill Belichick. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What if Bill?
Look at who I am.
Look at
all these rings. Look at all these trophies.
What if it's up to him? What if he wants to
Can
go?
I please present? Can I please present this hypothetical conversation? If Robert Kraft comes in and says things are bad, what are you going to do to change things? And Bill Belichick responds by saying nothing. Like I could understand Robert Kraft being upset, or like I'm not telling you, I'm Bill Belichick.
No, he's going to say we're going to hire Bill O'Brien. We're actually going to hire an offensive coach to coach the offense. We're actually going to do that.
You guys really trying to put Belichick out to pat? I cannot believe it.
I think to your point, Nick, I think that if that conversation does happen, to go along with that story, if that conversation does happen, no, it's not going to be Bill Belichick saying I'm not going to do anything, but I think it's going to be like, hey, well, if I mess it up, I can figure it out, right? Like we had defensive coaches, special teams coaches on offense. We're going to get Bill O'Brien. We're going to go make some changes. Give me more control, if anything, right? Like you trust me. You've trusted me for the last 2 decades. Continue to trust me now. I think that's what I would say. And then also in the back of my mind, I'm still saying, who are you going to get that has a better pedigree than me?
Well, there's literally no one, right? You'd have to start over, but that wouldn't be the question. The question would be, who are you going to get that can reset the whole thing?
Question.
If that's what Robert Kraft decides to do.
Look, so questioning.
All I'm saying is, after this, after the last couple minutes, no one can say, hey, they always talk about the same old stuff.
I don't want to hear it.
This is new stuff.
I will not respond to it. I will not hear it.
I'm saying this is not the last time we're going to have this conversation, and that's where you heard it first.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.